Mike in Colorado, you're up.
Hey, thanks, Scott. Hey, Coach, good to talk to you again.
Hey, Mike, how are you?
I'm doing all right.
All right.
Listen, something I'm struggling with that I think you could help. We've chatted about this a couple times, the similar topic. So in my own advisory business with tech startups, one of the companies I'm helping kind of build out their sales force right now. So we're doing a lot of hiring, a lot of profiling, developing a customer profile, an ideal sales rep and leadership profile. And most of this business has evolved, I think it's because of COVID, into less of an advisory and more of a couch coaching type business where so many people, whether business is good or not, they're struggling. So this one CEO wants to hire unicorn after unicorn after unicorn. And I can't get through to this guy because personally, there's a little bit of art and science and sales, just like in life. You have to blend the two and you have to be dynamic and adapt to the audience that you're with. And he wants a unicorn. He wants the perfect person on paper every time. And I always had a lot of success hiring athletes, good experience, but maybe not the most, but athletes who will break through that wall, will crush it. They will do what you say, they will train, they will work. Do you have any advice for how to get through to this guy? Because nothing is getting through and he keeps rejecting all the people that we're bringing forward. And I'm kind of out of advice for him outside of it might be time to fire myself from working with him. But short of that, he's a good human. He's just stuck in his ways. So any thoughts?
Well, again, good humans and good leaders and good people to work for, they're all different, so he could be a good human, a guy you like to hang out with and have a couple beers with, but a guy that you're like, but I can't work for that guy because he's a pain in the ass and he drives me crazy and he doesn't listen to me. So if he hires you as counsel for something, that means he respects you enough to where what you're bringing to the table should be enough. And if it's not, there may be a deeper issue there. But the other thing I like to do is I like to ask a lot of questions. So when I coach, I ask a lot of questions. And one of the questions would be, what are the key characteristics and traits that you're looking for in a unicorn? What defines a unicorn? And then if you find these people that are athletes that have those characteristics and those traits, they may show up in a different size and package and look than he's used to, but they have the traits that he identified. So you're sort of you're using his words to validate your point. You're using what he's looking for to validate what you found. So there's that. But if that doesn't work, then it may just not be a good fit for you. And when I say something like that, I understand too that in business, it's hard to earn business. It's hard to retain business. It's hard to when somebody hires you as a consultant and they're paying you, you also have a choice, right? Do I do what I do and take the money? Or do I say, I'm not doing this because, and there's that fine line. And I've noticed that even with coaching, like there's some people that just want me to be in their life, and they're willing to pay for it. There's other people that are looking for something deeper. And I've had to have this conversation. And you have to also know what it is that you want to do and like to do and how you like to do it. And then you also have to understand what somebody else is looking for. So there's a fine balance. So if it's something that you're getting frustrated over and it's detracting from your personal vitality and you're getting frustrated and you're not able to accept, his behavior towards what it is you're bringing, then you have to exit. If it's something that could be worked through by having him define what he's actually looking for, and when you bring that actual something that he's looking for and he rejects it, that's a deeper case for your exit or, again, another conversation. But it sounds like there's just another gap that's existing between what will work and what he thinks will work. And the other thing I would ask him is why he hired you.
Yeah, that's a good point. He actually talked up front. It was the background of tech advisory and sales management experience. But remember, I pointed out at the beginning, he's a good human. So I've been giving him a chance because he's a good person. I've seen him treat a lot of people well, but I'm thinking that our next step is a coaching step where he has to understand he's got a blind spot. He thinks salespeople are just puzzle pieces. You get the best, you plug them in, they're on autopilot. They're people. They bleed, they cry, they hurt, they succeed, right? And
Well, the
and
one
they have
thing,
skills.
yeah, and you know this, dealing with salespeople, I have found salespeople to be some of the most emotional people on the team. So they do all of those things. You know, they're emotional when they're doing well. They feel great. When they're not, watch out. They're like manic, you know, in a way. So it's but I do think it probably involves a deeper conversation with him and letting him know what your role is with his within what he hired you for. And if you can't do what you're hired for, then why are you doing it?
Thanks, Coach. Always great to hear from you.
Yeah, likewise.
Great advice. We're